Yes, there we have Adish. Jai Jinendra, Adish. चलिए, I've got a very beautiful भजन. तब तक हम लोग अनुभव जी आ रहे हैं, तब तक हम लोग एक और भजन सुन लेते हैं. ठीक है? So Nidhi ji, do you want to do a quick recap of why today is so special? एक तो अनुभव जी सेशन ले रहे हैं, और क्या स्पेशल है?
आज क्या सभी को पता है कौन सी तिथि है? We all know about the date, right? Today is 19th of October. But there's nothing significant about 19th October. But definitely something special happened on कार्तिक मास की कृष्ण पक्ष की त्रयोदशी के दिन, जिसको हम धनतेरस भी बुलाते हैं, राइट? क्या सबको पता है आज धन्यतेरस है? धन नहीं, धन्यतेरस है. अच्छा, किस किस को पता है? क्विकली रेज योर हैंड. आज धन्यतेरस का बहुत सुंदर अवसर है, और आज के दिन की खास बात यह है कि आज के दिन भगवान महावीर की अंतिम दिव्य देशना हुई थी. अंतिम दिव्य देशना मतलब? अंतिम दिव्य देशना मतलब आज भगवान का आखिरी बार उपदेश हुआ था समव शरण में. उनकी दिव्य ध्वनि आखिरी बार समव शरण में खिरी थी, है ना? आखिरी बार क्यों खिरी थी? क्योंकि कल चतुर्दशी है. कल भगवान ने योग निरोध धारण किया था, मतलब उनकी वाणी का योग भी रुक गया था, और वो ब्रह्म मुहूर्त अमावस्या के दिन निर्वाण को प्राप्त हुए थे. तो आज 30 साल से चल रही उस दिव्य देशना का अंतिम उपदेश हुआ था, है ना? कैसी हैप्पी सैड मिक्स्ड फीलिंग वाला दिन है, isn't it? पल्लवी जी?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. आज एक और तिथि है, बहुत शुभ तिथि. एनी आइडिया आज कौन से तीर्थंकर के दो कल्याणक है? Come on, everyone, videos on. Anubhav ji will be here very, very shortly. Acha, I'll give you a hint. Hiya, Adi, Shreya, Yash, Arjav, Arohi, Vanisha, where is Dhruv? Samkiti, अपने videos on कर ले सभी. Come on, I'll give you a hint. उनका चिन्ह है पद्म. Too easy.
Now it is very easy, even I can guess.
और उनके कौन से दो कल्याणक है, ये भी guess करना है. Vanisha, the question is, आज जैसे धन्यतेरस तो है ही, उसके साथ आज कौन से तीर्थंकर के दो कल्याणक हैं? तो उसका भी आंसर मैंने दे दिया कि जिनका चिन्ह पद्म है, लाल कमल. कम ऑन.
पद्म प्रभु.
यस, इज दैट समकिति और सहजता? यू आर राइट. और ये सहजता. और कौन से दो कल्याणक हैं उनके? ओके, दैट टू लेट मी गिव यू. श्रेया, एनी आइडिया? सेकंड एंड थर्ड कल्याणक?
पद्म प्रभु.
हाँ, पद्म प्रभु भगवान के कौन से दो कल्याणक हैं?
पल्लवी जी ने बताया सेकंड और थर्ड. क्या सबको 5 कल्याणकों के नाम मालूम है?
जन्म और तप.
कल्याणक. वेरी वेरी, बहुत बढ़िया. चलिए, हम लोग एक और बहुत सुंदर भजन सुन ले जब तक अनुभव जी आ रहे.
बिल्कुल.
जब मिलन हो.
आवाज आ रही है निधि जी?
जी पल्लवी जी, आ रही है.
होएगा तो चिदानंद का अनुभवन होएगा. प्रभु का पर्याय में जब मिलन होएगा तो चिदानंद का अनुभवन होएगा. अब तो अर्पण करूं सब मैं प्रभु के लिए, शाश्वत सुख लखूं निज का निज के लिए। अब तो अर्पण करूं सब मैं प्रभु के लिए, शाश्वत सुख लखूं निज का निज के लिए। तृप्त हो कर बनूं आशा तृष्णा रहित, मेरा प्रतीक्षण ही निज हेतु अब होएगा। प्रभु का पर्याय में जब मिलन होएगा, तो चिदानंद का अनुभवन होएगा। प्रभु से मिलने की युक्ति बड़ी है सरल, जिसको करने में मैं खुद ही हूँ बहु प्रबल। प्रभु से मिलने की युक्ति बड़ी है सरल, जिसको करने में मैं खुद ही हूँ बहु प्रबल। है किसी की जरूरत मुझे अब नहीं, मेरे अपने ही घर में मिलन होएगा। प्रभु का पर्याय में जब मिलन होएगा, तो चिदानंद का अनुभवन होएगा। वस्तु में वस्तु के गुण निहित है सदा, गुण भी गुण रूप से है व्यवस्थित सदा। वस्तु में वस्तु के गुण निहित है सदा, गुण भी गुण रूप से है व्यवस्थित सदा। उनकी होती दशाएं उपादान से, मात्र स्वीकारणे से भी सुख होएगा। प्रभु का पर्याय में जब मिलन होएगा, तो चिदानंद का अनुभवन होएगा। और सब व्यर्थ है यत्न यह सत्य है, ग्रहण करके स्व पर लक्ष्य सब त्यागना। और सब व्यर्थ है यत्न यह सत्य है, ग्रहण करके स्व पर लक्ष्य सब त्यागना। स्व ही तेरा वतन, स्व ही स्वकायतन, स्व में रहने से ही तुझको सुख होएगा। प्रभु का पर्याय में जब मिलन होएगा, तो चिदानंद का अनुभवन होएगा। प्रभु का पर्याय में जब मिलन होएगा, तो चिदानंद का अनुभवन होएगा।
चलिए, जय जिनेंद्र सभी को। अनुभव जी यहाँ पर उपस्थित है हम सबके बीच। कैन एवरीवन प्लीज टर्न देयर वीडियोस ऑन? It feels really nice to see you all face to face, and we are so lucky to have Anubhav ji on such an auspicious day today. And he will not
Yes,
start
Neha.
until we have the videos on. Come on, Shreya, Yash, Arjavarohi, Adish. Come on, quick, everyone. Sehajta, Dhriti, Om.
No. Actually,
All right, over to you, Anubhavji.
Jai Shri everyone. Jai Shri. Uh, okay, I think we should start with Mangalashri. I'm so sorry. I have joined late.
All good, all good.
Okay. We'll start with Mangalashri. We all will join our hands and close our eyes. Namo Arhantaram. Namo Siddharam. Namo Ayariyaram. Namo Uvajjayaram. Namo Loe Saffasahudam. Mangalam Bhagavan Viro, Mangalam Gautamukani, Mangalam Kunda Kundatyo, Jaina Dharmostu Mangalam, Sarva Mangalya Mangalyam, Sarva Kalyana Karakam, Pradhanam Sarva Dharmanam, Jainam Jaitu Shasanam, Jainam Jaitu Shasanam, Jainam Jaitu Shasanam. मोक्षमार्गस्य नीतारं वेत्तारं कर्मभूभृतां ज्ञातारं विश्वतत्त्वानां वन्दे तत्गुणलब्धये वन्दे तत्गुणलब्धये वन्दे तत्गुणलब्धये. Okay, everybody, first of all, in this festive season, आप सभी ने speech time निकाला है इस session के लिए, so I really want to thank and congratulate each one of you that महावीर भगवान के निर्वाण उत्सव की हम सभी तैयारी कर रहे हैं और उस बीच भगवान महावीर ने क्या हमें बताया क्या सिखाया. We are going to discuss this. The day is very auspicious. We call it Day of Dhanyateras. And this is the very day when Mahavir Bhagwan, while being there in his Samavsharan, gave us the Jindeshana, which even today, after his 26 year, 100 years of passing, uh, still is, which is making our lives lighter, better, happier. So we cannot be more grateful to Mahavir Bhagwan for his amazing Divya Dhwani Majinmari. हम सभी the journey that we are about to embark upon, हम जिस नई यात्रा में चलने वाले हैं, what we are going to do is कि हम क्यों नहीं, why are we trying to attach ourselves to a certain set of thoughts. हम ऐसा क्यों कर रहे हैं कि हम सभी डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं जैनिज्म पर, हम सभी बात कर रहे हैं जैन फिलॉसफी की. बट व्हाई? There are so many other philosophies, there are so many other people, different school of thoughts, different things that we can think about. सब लोग अपने अपने हिसाब से, अपनी अपनी समझ से, जिसको जैसा जितना समझ आता है, everybody tries to answer the questions of life, right? So महावीर भगवान की सबसे खूबसूरत बात यह है कि वो हमें एक अच्छा स्टूडेंट बनाना चाहते हैं ताकि हम एक अच्छा लर्निंग बीइंग बन पाए. एंड फॉर दैट भगवान महावीर स्वामी कहते हैं कि डू नॉट लिमिट योर नॉलेज, डू नॉट मेक योर सेल्फ फॉल इनटू द केज ऑफ अ साइलो, दैट हम एक ही सीमित दायरे पर बैठकर सोचें. एंड दैट्स व्हाई हम क्या करने वाले हैं, हम हमारा प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट इज वेरी क्लियर दैट वी हैव this life to live. Yes, we all have our own problems, challenges, we all have our own struggles and our own ambitions. ये सब हमारे पास है, जो खुद का बड़ा रियल है, बड़ा ऑथेंटिक है, सबके पास है. सबका अपना अपना एक स्ट्रगल है, अपनी अपनी एक इच्छा है, अपनी अपनी एक दुनिया है, जीवन है, राइट? रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज हैं, मंशाएं हैं, कितना कुछ है. सो व्हाई दिस इज द रियल प्रॉब्लम ऑफ लाइफ, राइट? Should we learn something because something is very fancy, बहुत अच्छा लगता है सुनने में, बहुत ट्रेंडिंग है कि ठीक है, I should learn art, I should learn dancing, I should learn music, I should learn philosophy, I should learn Jainism, I should learn this scripture, that scripture, this curriculum, law, accounting, all these things. हम ऐसे भी सोच सकते हैं कि कोई चीज हमें इंटरेस्टिंग लग रही है, कि ठीक है मेरा इंटरेस्ट थोड़ा म्यूजिक में आ रहा है, सो आई वांट टू लर्न दिस। एक तो लर्निंग वो होती है विच वी डू आउट ऑफ रिस्पेक्ट, बट एक लर्निंग वो होती है विच हम लोग इतने ज्यादा लिबरल नहीं हो पाते हैं टू चूज दैट वेदर डू वी हैव टू लर्न दिस और डू वी नॉट हैव टू लर्न दिस। देयर इज सॉर्ट ऑफ लर्निंग विच वी कैन नॉट अवॉइड। जैसे कि आपको खाना बनाते आए नहीं आए कोई बात नहीं, लेकिन खाना खाना तो आना चाहिए आपको। इफ यू कैन नॉट नो हाउ टू ड्रिंक, हाउ टू च्यू, हाउ टू टेक फूड इन, देन प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी आपके बेसिक लाइफ को चलने में, चलाने में ही प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी, राइट? परम प्लीज म्यूट योरसेल्फ। यस, यस। क्या चल रहा है, क्या क्या हम समझ रहे हैं? कुछ ऐसी बातें जो हम चूज कर सकते हैं, वेदर डू आई वांट टू लर्न टू डांस और डू आई नॉट वांट टू लर्न डांस। शुड आई नो स्केचिंग, शुड आई नो नॉट नो स्केचिंग। मैं गा सकता हूँ, नहीं गा सकता हूँ। मैं स्विम कर सकता हूँ, नहीं कर सकता हूँ। मेरे को साइंस में कितना एक्सपर्टीज है, मेरे को लॉ में, इंजीनियरिंग में कितना एक्सपर्टीज है, मेडिकल साइंसेस का मैं कितना जानता हूँ। इट विल डिपेंड ऑन माई इंटरेस्ट, on my passion, मेरे को क्या पसंद है। And I have this liberty to choose between arts, between different professions, because इनसे question of life and death does not arise. But कुछ ऐसी चीजें हैं जिनके बारे में जानना is so important. If we do not know about it, then it is the question of a good life or a life which is rotten, which is, wasted. तो उसमें से एक हम जिस प्रॉब्लम को टैकल कर रहे हैं, इट इज द हार्ड प्रॉब्लम ऑफ लाइफ, इट इज द रियल प्रॉब्लम ऑफ लाइफ, कि हम सभी अपने जीवन को, अपनी लाइफ को कैसे सुंदर बनाएं। एंड देयरफॉर वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू लर्न जैनिज्म, we are going to learn the very generic philosophy of life, very fundamentals of life, which everybody must know in order to master the art of living. यस। सो हमने इसलिए इस जो हमारी जर्नी रहेगी, हमने इसको नाम दिया है जेनेरिक फिलोसफी, बट इट्स एक्चुअली जेनेरिक, राइट? इट्स कॉमन, it's a common problem that applies to everybody's life। छोटे से बच्चे से लेकर एक 80-90 years के elderly तक, we all are a day, we all have to breathe in, breathe out, to eat, to take bath, to sleep, to use phone, to you make connections, to socialize, to learn so much। हम सबके पास अपने अपने बहुत सारे काम हैं जो हम इस लाइफ में करते हैं, राइट? What is it that I must know to master my living? मैं कैसे अपने जीवन को अच्छे से, स्मूथली, शांति से, सुख से जीने के लिए वो क्या जरूरी चीजें जो मुझे पता होनी चाहिए, करेक्ट? सो दिस इज व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू। हम एकदम सिंपल लाइफ प्रॉब्लम, इट शुड नॉट बी दैट एनीथिंग फॉल्स आउट ऑफ कॉन्टेक्स्ट। हम पढ़ रहे हैं 10-12 बड़े बड़े हैवी नाम्स, जार्गन्स हम पढ़ रहे हैं कि ये होता है, वो होता है, और ये नहीं होना चाहिए और वो नहीं होना चाहिए। बट इफ वी कैन नॉट रिलेट it with our life, then it does not become our problem. And when it does not become our problem, no matter how good the solution is, it's useless. A medical shop has thousands of medicines, very, very good medicines. They work. पर मैं क्या करूं उन सारी दवाइयों का? मेरे लिए कौन सी दवाई काम आएगी कि मुझे थोड़ी सी खांसी है, आई एम हैविंग अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ कफ एंड कोल्ड। Do you have that medicine which can make me feel relieved of this cough and cold? वो क्या बोले, नहीं नहीं आप ये लेकर, जो आप ये वाली दवाई लेकर जाओ, इससे आपका पेट नहीं दुखेगा। अरे आई नहीं नहीं, बहुत अच्छी दवाई है, यू शुड ट्राई दिस, यू विल नेवर हैव माइग्रेन इफ यू हैव दिस मेडिसिन। अरे आई विल नेवर हैव इज अ सेकंड थिंग, आई डोंट हैव माइग्रेन, I want a medicine of cough and cold. Correct? So, no matter how beautiful the solution is, if the solution does not relate to our problem, then the solution is not solution at all. हम ये वाली बात जरूर याद रखें कि हम अपने बारे में, we have to be selfish. Whatever we are going to discuss now and from now on, it is going to directly relate with our routine lives. Correct? So हम अच्छी अच्छी बातें नहीं पढ़ेंगे, हम हमारे लिए जो जरूरी बातें हम उनको पढ़ेंगे. बराबर. अच्छी बातें तो बहुत सारी है. मैं आप सबको बोलने लगूं कि हम सबको मांस खाना चाहिए, शुड वी ईट फ्लैश एंड मीट एंड वाइन, तो आप बोलोगे कैसी बातें कर रहे हो, कैसी बातें कर रहे हो, हम ये सब करते ही नहीं. सो देयरफॉर आई नॉट टेल यू कि डू नॉट ईट दैट, डू नॉट किल दैट, डू नॉट डू स्टीलिंग, आप ऐसा मत करो, झूठ मत बोलो. दिस ये अच्छी अच्छी बातें तो हैं, पर आपकी लाइफ से कहाँ इनके डिलेमास में पड़ते हो आप रोज. आपको थोड़ी ना चूज करना पड़ता है, शुड आई बाय दिस और शुड आई नॉट बाय दिस. These does not become part of our lives. These are the things we do not relate. और ऐसे ही होता है जब हम बोलते हैं कि चलो हमको मांस नहीं खाना चाहिए, तो हमारे घर में तो कभी ऐसा कुछ होते ही नहीं है. लेकिन फिर पता है क्या है, क्योंकि हमारी प्रॉब्लम नहीं बनती है, तो हम क्या करने लगते हैं, दूसरे लोग जो खाते हैं हम उनके बारे में डिस्कस करने लगते हैं कि ये लोग क्यों खाते हैं. तो हमारी प्रॉब्लम रह जाती है अलग, दूसरों की गलतियां वो बड़ी हो जाती हैं. So therefore, we'll not be discussing things which we already know. We'll be doing things that जो हमारे साथ सीधे हमारी पूरी लाइफ से रिलेट करते हैं. ठीक है? So what are we going to do? We are going to start with a few, I'll try to keep it a bit funny. And I came across this meme and मैं आप सभी को बता दूं. See, I don't know if you guys know about it or not, but यदि आप ऐसे करोगे that आप अपने मुंह से अपने हाथ पर you have to do, तो आपको ठंडी ठंडी हवा आएगी. बट यदि आप खुले मुंह से अपने मुंह से हवा निकालोगे ना, तो आपको गरम गरम हवा आएगी. कैन यू ट्राई डूइंग इट एवरीबडी? आप अपने मुंह से फू करोगे आपके हाथ पर तो थोड़ी ठंडी हवा आएगी. एंड इफ यू डू, थोड़ी गर्म आएगी. करके देखो, हो रहा है. सो हम, ध्रुव, डिड यू नो दिस? पता था आपको ऐसा?
Yes.
हाँ,
No.
यू न्यू दिस राइट?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody. You knew this?
I didn't know
Sir,
it.
your voice is breaking.
Did you do or not? Did you do this? Oh, you didn't know it? Oh, it's so basic, right? It's the superpower that we all have. What is the superpower? If you do foo, it's a cold air that we breathe out, like that we blow out. If we do ha, it's a bit warm. It's a bit hot. Yes, try doing it, everybody, right? तो देखो कुछ चीजें ऐसी होती हैं. पहली चीज, मैं क्या करूं इस बात का? How does it even matter, right? आप जब अपने बर्थडे केक के ऊपर कैंडल को ब्लो करते हो, आप क्या करते हो? फू करते हो कि हा करते हो? व्हाट डू यू डू? हाउ डज इट मैटर दैट कैंडल शुड टर्न ऑफ, दैट्स इट, राइट? बट कितनी सारी चीजें होती हैं जो हमारे पास होती हैं, हमारे साथ होती हैं, बट वी डू नॉट पे अटेंशन टू दोज थिंग्स. हो जाता है, राइट? हम ही को पता है, हम ही को नहीं पता रहता है छोटी छोटी चीजें, हाउ थिंग्स वर्क. एंड आप थोड़ा सोचने बैठोगे तो इट्स नॉट रॉकेट साइंस, आपको तुरंत पता पड़ जाएगा व्हाई इट इज हैपनिंग लाइक दिस. बट यू सी, सिंपल थिंग्स कि हम कुछ ऐसी बातों के बारे में बात करेंगे जो शायद बड़ी बेसिक, बड़ी जेनरिक लगे और आपको लगे कि क्या ही बात चल रही है, हाउ डज इट इवन मैटर. बट आप थोड़ा सोचने बैठोगे, देन इट चेंजेस एवरीथिंग. इफ यू स्टार्ट टेकिंग नोट ऑफ सिंपल little things, they take care of some larger problems of your life. So what we'll do, we'll start appreciating this fact कि ये जो लाइफ है ना, इस लाइफ में बहुत सारी नॉलेज है जो हमसे दूर है, भले ही हमारे अंदर की हो. हम अपनी बॉडी के बारे में ही कितना कम जानते हैं. करेक्ट? फॉरगेट अबाउट दी सेल्फ, फॉरगेट अबाउट दी सोल. So I'm not going to be this expert like this chimpanzee कि जो आपको ऐसी चीजें बताए जो बड़ी बेसिक, बड़ी नॉर्मल सी हैं. आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू बी अ फैसिलिटेटर. आप सबको क्वेश्चंस पूछने हैं, आप सबको ही बताना है. बट इन नो वे शुड वी गेट डाइवर्टेड. हम सबको थोड़ा भी इधर नहीं होना है. सी, दिस इज वन मीम दैट आई लव द मोस्ट. इट इज द पिक्चर ऑफ अर्थ बिफोर एंड आफ्टर योर ओपिनियन. यू नो आप क्या मानते हो, इसके हिसाब से दुनिया को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, राइट? सो द मोर वी नो, इट इज ओनली अस वी आर हेल्पिंग। दुनिया तो चल ही रही है, हम पागल हैं तब भी दुनिया ऐसे ही घूम रही है, और हम स्मार्ट हैं तब भी दुनिया में कुछ नहीं बदलने वाला है। तो वॉट एवर वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न इन नो डम्बेस्ट ऑफ आवर थॉट्स शुड इट कम कि मेरी नॉलेज से दुनिया बदलने वाली है, नहीं। दुनिया को बदलना हमारा मिशन नहीं है। दुनिया has its own very, very, very intelligent intelligence. It does not need us. It does not need any intervention. वो अपने आप जानती है कब कहाँ बारिश होनी है, कब कहाँ पर नहीं होनी है, कब कहाँ सुनामी को आ जाना है, कब कहाँ वॉल्केनो का इरप्शन होना है, कब कहाँ पर क्या बनना है, कहाँ से नदियां निकलनी है, कहाँ से नदियां खत्म कर देनी है। सब पता है लाइफ। वी नीड नॉट से टू इट एनीथिंग। बराबर। हम यहाँ जो ओपिनियन क्रिएट कर रहे हैं, दीज आर दी ओपिनियंस नॉट टू बी इम्पोज्ड इन दी लाइफ विच इज वर्किंग आउटसाइड ऑफ अस। हम यहाँ पर ओपिनियन नहीं, थोड़े से रिफ्लेक्शंस गार्नर करेंगे जो हमारे अंदर की दुनिया को बदलने की कोशिश करेंगे, राइट? सो द आउटर वर्ल्ड इज नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम एंड नोबडी केयर्स अबाउट आवर ओपिनियंस. Never be opinionated and never attach yourself to your opinions. ठीक है? Nobody likes opinions. किसी को ज्ञान की जरूरत दुनिया में नहीं है, राइट वैनिशा? यस। सहजता, we do not have to prove anything to anybody. We only need to report to ourselves, and we should ensure that whatever we know, the little we know, is the correct thing that we know. हम थोड़ा भी जाने लेकिन सही जाने, गलत और बहुत सारा जानकर कोई फायदा नहीं है, राइट? सो दिस इज व्हाट वी आर ट्राइंग टू एंड वी आर गोइंग टू डू। एंड दिस दी वन लास्ट थिंग, हमको लगता है कि दुनिया में हम कितने इंटेलिजेंट हैं, पर कई बार हम इस चीज को लुकअप कर जाते हैं। ठीक है, आई शो यू वन लास्ट मीम फॉर द टुडेज क्लास, बट आई लाइक दिस वन। सो a man says to monkey, "You're such a dumb animal." And then in reply, what does monkey say? "You pay 30% of your income to stay out of prison." This is such actually dumb thing we all are doing. आप और हम क्या कर रहे हैं? हम सिर्फ दिन और रात यही कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि हमसे कुछ गलती नहीं हो जाए, so that we can avoid the punishments. एनिमल्स को कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, दे क्रॉस द रोड एंड दे आर नॉट यूजिंग जेब्रा क्रॉसिंग, कोई फाइन नहीं कटने वाला है उनका, राइट? बट इफ यू डू नॉट फॉलो द ट्रैफिक रूल्स, यू आर इन बिग सूप। यस। हमको लग रहा है दुनिया जो एनिमल किंगडम है, जो बाकी की दुनिया है, पेड़ पौधे पत्तियां मछलियां पक्षी, एवरीबडी एल्स, they are petty beings, bichare. They do not have, any sophisticated lifestyle. They do not have fancy clothes. They do not have fancy food. उनके पास कुछ नहीं है बिचारे, because they are, not intelligent, and we are supremely intelligent. We have innovated so much. We have done so much of advancement, and we have such greater standards of living for ourselves. हमको ऐसा लगता है, पर एक्चुअली यदि हम सही में दूसरे तरीके से देखें, हैव वी नॉट कॉम्प्लिकेटेड आवर लाइफ्स वे टू मच? यदि मुझे आपके पास आना है, आपके शहर, am I as free as that bird which can take flight from India on its own wings and arrive at Australia, at England, wherever? आपको एक पासपोर्ट चाहिए, पासपोर्ट के बाद वीजा चाहिए, वीजा के बाद बहुत सारे पैसे चाहिए, फिर एयरलाइन का टिकट चाहिए, फिर आपकी ताकत हो वहां से जाने की, मूव करने की। So many things you require just to go from one place to another. But a bird is free. It has free entry to every country. Correct? We think that we have larger independence, but we forget कि हमने कितना कॉम्प्लिकेट अपनी लाइफ को कर लिया है, एंड वी जस्ट इग्नोर दोज कॉम्प्लिकेशंस, और हम अपनी रूटीन लाइफ पर विदाउट क्वेश्चनिंग हर्ड के जैसे चले जा रहे हैं, चले जा रहे हैं, चले जा रहे हैं। Correct? So, therefore, we are going to question status quo. I know you guys are pretty young. आप लोग बहुत छोटे हो इन सारी बड़ी बड़ी बातों के लिए, पर मुझे लगता है कि हमारी ही उम्र अच्छी है जब हम एक लर्निंग फेज पर है, दैट वी कैन क्वेश्चन एवरीथिंग फ्रॉम द वेरी स्टार्ट. If we start right, if we start asking correct questions, whether we get the answers or not, we are already halfway there. प्रॉब्लम ये नहीं होती है कि लोगों के पास जवाब नहीं होते हैं. प्रॉब्लम ये होती है कि लोगों के पास सही सवाल ही नहीं होते हैं. And this is the very big problem. We do not have right questions. तो हम थोड़ी सी जो बात करेंगे वो अपने सवालों के बारे में करेंगे. आई स्टार्ट विद अ बेसिक डम्बेस्ट क्वेश्चन. मैं आप सबसे पूछता हूं, आप सबसे एकदम स्टार्टिंग में पूछ रहा हूं मैं आपसे, व्हाट डू यू थिंक? व्हाट डू यू थिंक? आप में से कितने लोग हैं जो कि बड़े नहीं होंगे, जो इतने कितने रह जाएंगे? योर हाइट विल नॉट ग्रो, विल नॉट ग्रो. लाइक कितने लोग हैं ऐसे? let me see who has the short, like who thinks that they do not have good height, अभी थोड़े छोटे, मेरी हाइट नहीं बढ़ रही है. किसी को ऐसा लगता है थोड़ा थोड़ा कि नहीं नहीं, मुझे को थोड़ा और लंबा हो जाना चाहिए था, माय फ्रेंड्स आर गेटिंग टॉलर एंड आई एम नॉट. एनीबडी थिंक्स लाइक दिस? नोबडी? या इट्स ओके इफ यू डू नॉट वांट टू एडमिट, बट देयर इज ऑलवेज समथिंग. किसी को लगता है मैं बहुत मोटा हो रहा हूँ, किसी को लग रहा है मैं बहुत ज्यादा पतला हूँ, कोई बोलता है मैं बहुत लंबा हो गया हूँ, कोई बोलता है मैं लंबा ही नहीं हो रहा हूँ. We all have our own problems and we always worry about them. My simple question is, हम में से आप सब in this course of, let's say, next 3 years, you all will grow up a little bit, your bodies will change. Yes, everybody? Kahan? Yes? Arna? Hia? Prisha? Yes, everybody? We all will change. Any doubts about it? Anybody? No. Okay. So we'll grow. So from kids, you will become a teenager, you'll become young adults, then you will grow further. Then, at the end, you'll actually grow old. Yes? आप में से किस किस के hair will turn gray? Kahan, what do you think? Will you ever have gray hair? No? Oh, Kahan is very confident. Soham, what do you say? Will you have gray hair
That
or not?
when you will get gray hair eventually. Eventually, like if when you get
Eventually,
old.
like, yeah, when
Yeah.
you get old. So, will you get or not gray hair?
Uh, yeah, you get it.
You,
But
okay.
sometimes people like get it, but then they cover it like
Yeah,
by
they
dyeing.
cover it. Yeah, they can color it. They can do something to their hair, right? Or some people will not have gray hair. They might go completely bald, right? It's all possible. Correct, everybody? So not sure, not sure. We cannot say that how would we look once we grow old. Okay? But let's assume that we all are old. Okay, we are old. We have gray hair. All our teeth are gone. The body is constantly shivering, shaking, and we can barely walk. We need help all the time. Correct? How will you feel that, when you cannot even walk on your own? Will you be liking it? You need constant assistance from somebody else. Here, what do you say? In old age, people do they enjoy their lives when they're totally dependent on their children or on their servants? No, yeah,
No,
it's yeah, right. Would you want to be like when you grow old here? Would you be dependent on somebody or would you be like self-sufficient? What do you
I
think?
would be forced to be dependent.
What do you think? What have you planned? Like, do you want to be dependent once you grow old?
I don't want to, but I will have to.
Why? Why do you have to? When I clearly know that it's not good to be dependent, it's not good to be weak, it's not good to be, physically ailing all the time. When I know this, and I know this young, I already know it. You're quite young right now here, right? Can't we not do something about it? That we change it. We don't, once I grow old, I'm not going to be in none of these scenarios that I can think of. I'm not going to be dependent. You cannot think of anything. Anybody who has a brilliant idea about how to tackle or how to avoid the possibility of growing dependent in their old age? Anybody? No? Okay. So, like, once I have grown dependent, everybody, I want your thinking caps on, okay? Once we grow completely dependent on others, do we live our lives with dignity or does it pinch us every moment? Even if you have to go to use washroom or you want to wash your face or you want to eat something, you have to request somebody else or you have to wait for that someone to come and help you in doing your routine things. Will it be easy thing to do after spending about 70 years full of uh, good health, full of, you have been upright all your life, and suddenly you have to, even for simple things, simple routine things, you have to look up to some other people. Would you be enjoying that? Nobody would. That's the problem. And I'll tell you one more thing. It's far more difficult to seek help than to offer help. It's a simple thing. If there is somebody who is in trouble, you can say, can I help you? It's so easy, and you would always volunteer to do so, right? But now assume that you have to cross the road. You're about 80 years old. You are really finding it difficult to cross because the vehicles are constantly going and stopping, right? You want somebody to come and help you. And there are so many people. Just imagine, right? You have went for some sightseeing and you want a photograph of your group and you want to request somebody to click the photo. You have to think a while whom to ask. You scan the whole body language, the faces, whether will he agree or not. It becomes a bit difficult to ask somebody else to click your photo. Yes, it's not as easy. But if somebody asks you to click your photo, you quickly agree. Oh yeah, sure, give me. You quickly. So it's easier to help, but it is far difficult to seek help. This is the tragedy. You do not feel comfortable in begging for help, in asking for help. And this is what is going to be while we grow up. We'll be growing old, and then we'll have to be dependent, and we'll have to think a lot before asking for the basic things. Should I trouble him or not? They seem so busy. Should I tell them to do this or not? So my simple question is, you might say it's a dumb question, what I'm asking. Why are we even here to discuss this? But my simple question is, I clearly know I do not want such a situation in my life. I do not want to trouble others after, being such a grown-up man, after doing so much on my own. You are saying that when I reach the maturity of my life, I seek help, I take others' help for my routine stuff. I'm not up for it. So, is there a way I can stop the possibility of this happening? Do we have anything to do? Tell me, anybody? Vanisha, Adhish, yeah? Do we have any way out of this?
Sorry, sorry, I
Yeah,
was
I'm
talking to
saying,
myself. Sorry.
yeah, it's okay. I'm just saying, do we have a way out in which we can avoid the possibility of our growing dependent while we turn old? Prisha?
Uh,
Yeah, Adish.
I don't think so.
No,
But
you
like,
don't think so?
no.
Okay. Yes, Prisha?
Sorry, what's the question?
This question is same. I'm repeating it again and again. The same question. Is there a way to avoid growing old at all, old and dependent? Is there a way?
No.
Because none of us, we all want to go to a certain age that, okay, 40s are good when I'll be at the peak of my career, mid 40s, 50s are okay. So I can still walk, I have a good family, I'm successful, I'm at the top leadership of my organization, it's good. But beyond that, the clock should stop. We should not grow any further. Can we do this?
No.
We cannot. And this is such a foolish thing to ask. But the further dumber question that I'm going to throw now is that after I have grown completely dependent, my body is still frailing. It's still kind of, it's so fragile now that it can pass away at any moment. And then I'll die. Anybody wants to die? No one. Is there a possibility to avoid death?
No.
Can we avoid dying? Anyone,
Go to
right?
moksha.
Now from here, the interesting story starts. Listen, listen. We have the basic, the problem of life. People thought the problem of life was survival. People thought that the problem of life is, earning livelihood, earning shelter, clothing, food for you and your family. Generally, people will advertise you like this about life. Why are you going to school? Why will be joining universities? Why will be getting good education? Why? So that you can have a good career. Why can you have a good career? Why should you have a good career? It's simple. So that you have a good house to live in, good fancy clothes to wear, good food to eat. And in case you fall sick, you have good medical facilities available to you. And if you think that, okay, I want to celebrate some leisure time, you have sufficient fund to fund your world tour. This is how we have been addressed about the problem of life. Yes, this is what we all are going, by our lives. Like, okay, I have this problem of life that I need food, I need money, I need shelter, I need clothing. But you know what? What the real problem of life is? The real problem of life is the problem of time. It is the problem of time. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. There are many philosophies, many religions in world, right? So you have Christianity, you have Islam, you have Hinduism. So many religions and religious philosophies do we have, yes? What do they do? Why are there religions? Let's have this simple question. Anybody, why do we have so many religions? What are they doing?
Fear.
Yes, Dhruv. Yes, Shrey, or yes, are you saying something? Yes.
Yeah, I said fear.
Sorry?
Fear.
I could not hear you. What did you say?
Fear.
Fear, he said.
Fear. Oh, fear. Oh, fear of what?
So when things that happen that we did not understand, um, we normally
Like,
want to like
like what? Like,
earthquakes or volcanoes or some unnatural events. So we wanted someone to blame all of it on, someone so that this guy does this and there will be someone to protect us from him. So the
oh,
concept of religions and belief came in.
according to you, the concept of religions arises out of fear. Very good input. Thank you. Yes, Kahan, what do you have to say? Yeah.
I believe that the concept of religions came because many people believed in God but in a different way.
Yeah. So why do you need to believe in a God? That's what I'm asking. That's what you see fear, like what Shreya just said. You perceive fear, and then you want somebody to save you from that. So fear becomes all the evil, and the savior becomes the God. Yes, and that's how you have the religion. Yes, Dhruv, what do you have to say? Very good, Khan.
Yeah, like there are many religions because like all the people believe in different things. Like they can't believe in just one thing. So all have their opinion. So they all like have different religions. So yeah, so
Simple,
there are.
simple. I'll make myself more clear. Everybody, please be with me on this because what you're trying to understand is that how uh, foolish this whole journey have been, how filled with such nonsense this whole uh, this whole journey of each one of us has been. See, everybody, let's take people. You are sitting in a classroom full of children coming from different faiths. Okay, so there is a Christian, there is Islam, there is a Muslim, there is Sikh, there is Hindu, there is Jain, there is people coming from different religions. Okay, different belief systems. I want to ask you, if they are not wearing their identity cards and there is nowhere you can read their names, okay, they're wearing the same uniform which you're wearing, can just by looking at them, the children of the same age, can you very confidently say that this children looks Jain, this looks Hindu, he looks Christian, he looks of this faith? Can you do that? See, we all have the same problem of life. We all feel hungry. We all fall sick. We all are growing constantly. We all have a family. We all have our own troubles. We like when somebody behaves well with us. We dislike when somebody misbehaves with us. We all are alike. All our lives are same. So everybody's problems are same. Same. You go to a school, you'll see children coming from all faith. You go to a hospital, you'll see people, patients coming from all faith. You go to a court, you see people coming from all faith. You go to a airport, you see people coming from all faith. You go to a stationery shop, you see people coming from all faith. You go to a fruit market, vegetable market, you see people coming from everywhere. Everybody is uniting in the places which are fundamental to our living, like the markets, like the hospitals, like the schools, like our workplace, corporate houses, the places of work, right? There is no distinction, no religion. Every place is very democratic because everybody comes and visits these places, correct? But suddenly something happens, then when they want to pray, you will only see Jains in Jain temples. You will see Muslims in their mosques. You will see churches filled with Christians. Correct? So everybody will directly decide that, okay, now this is not the public place. This is where particular set of people go to this particular place. Particular set of people go to this particular place. Yes, everybody. So my question is, when everybody's life cycle is just about the same, they have to follow the same growth graph, that they'll take birth, they'll be kids, they'll have amazing childhood, they'll grow up, they'll go to colleges, they'll pick careers, they'll get married, they'll have kids, they'll grow old, they'll die. It is the same cycle for everybody with no exception. It's same. It's same for everybody. Yes? Then what creates the difference? Why do we have people of different faiths? Because life problem is same for everybody. You just first acknowledge that. I may look brown with my skin, somebody might be white, the other person would be black. I may wear white clothes, somebody would wear black clothes, somebody will have, more colorful clothes with them. We all have our choices, but these choices do not define the basic problems. These are the choices we make. My question is simple. Why, when the life's problems are just alike for each one of us, why do we have so many different religions? Yes? Anybody? Who is going to answer this? Shrey again? Yes, Shrey?
Um, I want to say that everybody has different ways of calming themselves. Like if someone is under pressure, one might like to do breathing, the other might like to do walking. The same concept applies here. So they all have their different ways of fighting with their fear or their pressure or and their problems. So they
With their
all have their
desires.
different ways. Yeah, and those are just in forms of religions.
Very good, very good, very good. Yes. Anybody else? Very good. Put up by Shrey. Anybody else? Yes, Smriti? Yes.
Um, because everyone has a different interpretation of the answer to their worries.
So, like, what is it? So, let's figure out. Let's make the collection of worries. Okay, what are the worries that the religions are trying to answer? You know, that will lead to the basic problem. I'm trying to find out the generic problem. What is the core problem of life? It is not the problem that what am I going to eat in breakfast? That is not the problem of life, right? If I have limited choice, then I'll eat whatever fills my tummy. It's only then when I have many choices, I have to fight on that, okay, I'll have this and I'll not have that. Otherwise people, do not make much fuss about those who have very limited resources. They do not have this discussion that what to eat today. What do you want to eat today? No. Whatever is there, you have to eat. And you better eat it, else you go hungry. So the basic, like let's come down to the basic problem of life. And see, I want, collaboration from each one of you, the answers. What are the basic questions that religions are trying to answer in different way? Like Smriti said, that because we all have different interpretation, so we have different religions. So interpretation to what? What are the questions that religions are trying to answer? Because those answers make those religions different from one another. But those questions make this life one simple same problem. So if we figure out those questions, then we'll try to think about, okay, which answer is correct. But at least first, let's get down to the main primary questions. Yes. So let's see, let's quickly, whatever you can think of, throw the questions. What are the questions that all religions are trying to answer? Yes, Shrey.
The question is about what is right and what is wrong, is what the religion
Okay, the
tries to answer.
question of what is right and what is wrong. Very good. So the first question is of morality. What can, because, for me, it is right thing to kill a snake because it is venomous. For other person, it will be a crime because it is filled with life. You cannot kill a living being. Correct? So the morality would be that which side to go? Should I punish the snake for being poisonous, or should I be kind to it for being an subject of life? Correct? So the question of morality, that what is right and what is wrong. Very good. So we have first answer is what everybody is trying to answer is the question of morality. Yes, Arna.
Like, what's the reason or purpose of certain things?
Like,
Like what,
like.
well, what's the purpose of my life, or what's the reason that this happened, or
Can I say that why did you even take birth, Arna? Why did you take birth? Can I ask you this? Why did you take birth? Why did you
because
take birth to the parents that you have taken birth to? Did you choose your parents?
no,
Did you choose your body type? Did you choose to be a girl?
no,
Did you choose your height? Your hair type? Will they be curly or will they be straight? The color of your eyeballs? What did you choose about you? Did you choose your name, Arna?
no.
So, what is it in your life which is of your choice?
My personality,
Are
like
you sure? So,
like
are you a reserved person, Arna, or you are a very outgoing and vocal person? Like
in,
how reserved are you? Like,
in the middle.
huh?
I'm in the middle.
So, like, why? So, like, you made yourself like that, or you're like that?
I don't know.
You think that you made your personality, but your personality has made you. So that's a good question. So the first thing was the question of morality, that what is right and wrong. The other question is that how is this great mass coming to itself? Why am I here? Why am I here the way I am? Why life functions like this? Why every morning there has to be a sunrise? Why the sun has to set every evening? Why the seasons change? Yes. So the question of the coming of this universe, the origin of this universe, who created this world? Who created me? Okay, fine, I've created this universe. I have no complaints to make. But why did you create me? I'm in trouble now. Were we not here, there would have not been any problems, right? Yes. So the second problem is of origination. That where did it all start? Yes, Vanisha.
The third problem, I think every religion is trying to make their next birth better.
Here, what better?
So, next birth better. So, how to make your next
Next
birth?
birth. Yeah. So the first question was of morality. let me do this. You guys are doing amazing job. Okay, let me share this. Yeah. So the first question is of morality, that what is right and wrong. Correct, everybody? The second problem was about the origin, that where do we come from? And the third question, Vanisha is saying that where do we go to after we die? Yeah. So origin is where do we come from? And then the question of death, what follows after? Yeah. This is what everybody says. Yeah. A person coming from the faith of Christianity or Islam, they would be saying that, okay, there will be a day of judgment. So until your judgment, you have to rest in your own grave. And then God will, on the day of judgment, call you and then do the accounting of all the good things you have done and all the wrongs you have done. And then the justice will be served. This is one what happens after death. Somebody who is following the faith of Hinduism would say that, okay, you have served the Bhagwan better, you deserve to go to Vaikuntha, you deserve to go to Swarga. And if you have not, you have done all sorts of sins, you'll be going to Naraka, you'll be going to hell. Correct? So the third question would be that what happens once we pass away? Is it a full stop or there is a continuum? Yes. What else? Anybody else? Any other questions that life tries to answer? Anybody? What else the religions fight on?
Where to find unlimited happiness?
Sorry, yes, the question of happiness. Yeah, so how will we be happy? So somebody will say that you do bhakti, you will be happy. Somebody will say you'll do seva or you will do service, you'll be happy. Somebody will say that you meditate, you can be calm and happy. Yes, you do dhyan, you can be calm and happy. Somebody will say that do the naam jap, you repeat the names of Bhagwan and you'll be happy. Yes? Okay, so fourth question is the problem of happiness. Great. Yes, Dhruv.
I think so. The fifth question, like they ask about the religion, is like there are many religions. So they would ask that, am I following the right religion? Like, is it the true or is it the false?
So that will not be the problem of religion. The religion will always say that I'm the true one. Everybody else is saying the wrong things. I'm saying the right things. That's what everybody would say, right? What should be the problem? This should be the problem is that what is truth? If I figure out what is truth, then the religion which is the closest to the truth, I would go with that faith. Correct? So it's the problem of truth. Amazing, amazing. Anything else anybody can think of? What more religions fight over? Yes, Smriti ji.
I think that religions might be talking about like what's the purpose in life, because once you're beyond the issue of survival, then you have to find another purpose to live for. So some religions might say you're living for the creator or for that purpose, and then others might say like you're living for that final day of judgment and things like that.
Oh, so purpose will actually merge with, the purpose would be the what should be your lifestyle. That should you be kind and helping and benevolent, or should you be greedy and passionate? And the purpose will involve morality. That okay, if my purpose is to achieve this, and then next question I'll ask the God that whether this is right thing to do or wrong thing to do. And so purpose and morality will go hand in hand, and religion will be answering these two things, right? Brilliant. So we have purpose, the question of lifestyle, how to go about life. Yes. Anything else? Anything else? Anything that you can think of? Yeah. This is pretty much it. Yes, everyone. See, everything has in itself see, if you read these 6 points, you'll find out these things are so basic, yet nobody knows the answers of any of these things. Each of these 6 points is debatable. If I tell you what happens after death, can you believe me 100%? Because I myself have not died. I have no proof of it. If I give you the answer about question, like, you can be happy this way. You ask me, are you happy? And I might then go numb. I'll say, I'm not sure. I can tell you, this is the best lifestyle to go with. But then you'll find somebody else, so you'll meet someone else who is following a different lifestyle, and he seems more happier. So these things, somebody can be morally upright, but the moral of one person can be very immoral to another. Yeah. So we people do not eat even for 10 days in our Dashalakshan or Paryushan Parvas. But others find it very disturbing because they say that we are starving ourselves and this is causing self harm. So, what is right for you morally might not seem right for everybody. Yes, everybody. So, you know what? Instead of saying that this is right and this is wrong, and I should follow this faith and I should follow that faith, there is an easier way. What we're trying to do is we're trying to say that, there are many people who are answering these basic questions. We call it different faiths, different nayas. There are so many. Alone in India, these are called Shad Darshan, different school of thoughts. So many, so many. But instead of fighting this wrong battle, like who is right, let's make it our own problem, our own personal problem. And let's try to answer these questions with our own intellect. Let's not open any scripture. Let's not repeat any words of any Masiha, any Guru, any Prophet. No. Let's sit down together, collaborate, and one by one, let's answer each of these problems. If we have sufficient logic and rationality put on our plates, we can draw some conclusion. Those conclusions will be our own faith, our own religion, which we derive with our limited reasoning power. And if it resonates with any of the world philosophies, we'll align ourselves with that. If it does not, we'll follow our own religion. But I'm not going to borrow somebody other's intellect. It is my life and it is my supreme duty to seek my own answers. So what we are going to do in these sections, in this session is we are going to pick one question one by one. The first question will be of the origin in the next class, where we'll be trying to address this problem by our own hands, and then we'll see that whether it aligns with any of the world philosophies. And if it aligns with any of the philosophy, what does Tirthankar Mahavir Swami also has to say about it? If it all fits in this puzzle, then I think we are on the right path, because that is the path Bhagwan Mahavir has told us, that we have to not take anything for the answer. We have to apply our brains, apply our reasonings, and then craft the philosophy of our own lives. Because when it becomes our problem, then only all the wisdom is of any use for us. When we only have wisdom but no problem, then the wisdom is of no use. Yes, everybody? Yes? So I'll stop here. We'll start tackling these questions from the next session, and we'll see the concepts, if we can manufacture the concepts to make our own philosophy, and we'll try to match it with the philosophies of the world. I think that will make us more philosophically sound beings, and it will make us much better, much accepting human being. Yes, everybody? If anybody has to ask anything, you can ask, else we'll do Jinmani Stuti. Any questions? No? Fine. Okay. So let's do Jinmani Stuti. We'll stop here. For the next class, I am giving you the problem of existence. The world has this question that why did we come to this world? You do not have to go by the book. You do not have to borrow the logics and answers from others. You ask yourself, why and how did you come to this world? And we'll try to address this question using the concepts, which, if we can derive, it will always stay with us. Fine? Let's do Chinmaya Stuti together. निज निधि निज में बताई, यह अनंत उपकार है। उसके लिए चिन्हवाणी माँ को वंदना शत बार है। उसके लिए चिन्हवाणी माँ को वंदना शत बार है। 9 times from Karnak. अहिंसा में जैन धर्म की जय हो। तीर्थंकर भगवान महावीर स्वामी की जय हो। भगवान के समव शरण की जय हो। ये भगवान की आज आखिरी दिव्य ध्वनि के लिए थी। हम सभी उसी दिव्य ध्वनि के सहारे कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि वी शुड ऑल्सो हैव अ ब्यूटिफुल लाइफ filled with wisdom and joy. So let's think about Bhagwan Mahavir's Samavsharan and Divya Dvani today while going to sleep. I'm sure each one of you will think about it. Okay. Thank you so much. Jai Janendra.
Jai Jinesh. Thank you so much, Anubhavji. Beautiful time. We couldn't have a better time to start these generic sessions today. And what a journey. Collaborate to create. So, Anubhavji is actually teaching all of us, collaborating, how to think for ourselves, how to reflect on our lives. Can we have top three takeaways for today? Come on, what is one thing that you're going to sleep over today? Come on, at least one thing. Who's taken their notes? Come on, Venisha, Arna, Shreya, Yash. Come on, these sessions are so much food for thought. Yes, Dhruv?
Miss, one takeaway is that like the Anubhavji told us about some questions, like which religion we have the questions, so we can consider that questions in our mind.
Yes,
The
wonderful.
origin, yeah, origin one, then happiness, truth, yeah, and nutritions of good and bad, and there's one more.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And let me tell you, the most important questions are the questions when you ask yourself, when you are by yourself. But we probably wouldn't have done that. That's why Anubhavji has created this space to ask those questions and then to to reflect and collaborate about those questions. Yes, Arna.
We have a lot of simple questions that we don't know the answers to, but we don't even think about.
Absolutely. Isn't it all about simplifying life? We've complicated life so much. Yes. One last takeaway for today. Anyone? Anyone? Prisha, Kahan, Venisha, Shreya, Yash. One takeaway which you think will be enough food for thought until we meet next time. Smruti, Om, Arjavarohi. Arjavarohi, we haven't heard anything from you today. Are you very deep thinkers? Okay. I'll give you one. Yes, Dhruv.
Like there was also one picture of there was like two earth, and Panditji, like they also told that the opinion that we think will not change the world. Like what will remain, it will remain. Just our opinions can be different, our point of view can be different, but the things will remain the same as they want to be.
Absolutely. Amazing, Dhruv. Very, very well taken, noted that we should not bother about how the world will change. These sessions are generic because they are all about how I can change, how I can improve my life. So, life mastery, let's all become the best versions of ourselves. And thank you so much, Anubhavji, for this magnificent beginning today. Thank you. Jai Jinendra.
Jai
See you
Hind.
all next time, same time, same place. Jai Jinendra.